I have here some absolutely unbelievable prime ribeye steaks. I bought them at Costco, which means they cost about half of what they would have cost at a normal supermarket, even if you could find prime at a supermarket, which probably you can't. You might be able to find it at a high-end butcher shop or at a very expensive sort of upscale supermarket, but most supermarkets do not have prime. These days, most don't even have choice. I bought these at Costco in the whole form. I bought them as a whole roast. It started life in the cryovac like this, giant. You can see this one happens to be choice. The one I bought before was prime. I took the cryovac off it and I put it on a tray and dry aged it in the refrigerator for a couple of weeks to give it even more flavor and intensity. After that, I trimmed up the steaks, took all the excess fat, well, not all of it, but some off of it, because you don't want to lose it all. What makes these things prime? Well, it's the marbling. The USDA grades, prime, choice, and all that, it's all about fat, because fat equals flavor. Look at the marbling in these steaks. You can see inside the steak, this unbelievable marbling, that is flavor. Okay, that's why we like prime. Prime is fantastic. You don't do it every day. It's a bit of a splurge, but when you eat a prime steak, it's absolutely worth it. We're going to do steak in a way today that a lot of steakhouses do it in New York and elsewhere, and it does not involve a grill of any kind. To me, most steaks off a grill taste like charcoal. Most people burn them, and they're either raw in the middle or completely hammered and gray all the way through. We're going to use a pan, and then we're going to finish it in the oven. It's the way a lot of steakhouses do it, and it's going to come out perfect. First thing, very important, season the steak and season them well. Do not be shy. We're going to season it with kosher salt and nothing else. And you're going to season it way up here, way high. Not because it looks fancy and not because you're a pretentious chef, but because when you season up here, the air gets between the salt granules. They spread out very evenly. If you were to season real low, you'd have little uneven clumps of salt. Season both sides of the meat quite aggressively, so it looks like it's snowing on the steak. These steaks are close to 2 inches thick, so they're going to need a lot of time in the oven and in the pan, and they'll still come out wonderfully medium rare. Let's see. Yeah, that's close. It's about 1 3/4 inches for those steaks, so that means they'll need about 15 minutes total cooking time. I've got my oven preheated to 450, 500, and I'm going to preheat my pan for 2 minutes before I throw these in. Pan is hot, into the pan. This is an anodized aluminum pan. It is not non-stick. 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, flip them. And into the oven. They stay in the oven for 12 minutes. 12 minutes, time to take them out. Make sure you are using a dry towel and keep the towel on the handle at all times. A wet towel the water will instantly turn to steam and cook your hand. I have a clean pair of tongs and a brand new clean plate. Out of the pan, onto a plate. Let them sit for 5 minutes. Keep the towel on the handle of the pan to remind you that it is very, very hot. Cover the steaks loosely with another plate or some foil. Let the heat dissipate, sort of even its way through the steaks. Otherwise, if you cut into them now, they're just going to bleed all over the place and you're going to lose all that lovely juice. Come back in 5 minutes. Well, it's been 5 minutes. Let's see how we did. Oh, yeah, babe. That is perfect. That's what you would call, most of the country would call that medium rare. If you were in New York, I think you'd call that medium. They tend to change the terminology a little bit, but to me that's the perfect steak. Nut brown on the outside, not burnt, not too it's still crusty, but not burnt and charred. The side that was down on the pan is a little darker, but by no means hammered and burnt. This is the perfect steak. Lost a little bit of juice. While it was resting, you could have put a little butter over it. I think that's unnecessary if your steaks are prime. If they're choice and a little less a little less fatty, you could do that. Also, while it's resting, you could have whipped together a quick pan sauce, and we have a video on that too. Make sure you take a look at that. The perfect restaurant-style steak.